As we age, we can stay healthier if, after the age of 50, we learn to take care of these 4 areas of our body. Greetings to all the valued viewers enjoying this video on the Conscious Wisdom channel. Dear friends, old age is a time when we have the opportunity to relax, pursue our passions, and explore the destinations we've always wanted to visit. However, to fully enjoy all this, the key is to take care of our health. According to statistics, 75% of older adults suffer from at least one chronic illness, while 35.1% face multiple chronic conditions. For this reason, it's crucial to learn how to maintain our health and be more attentive to our body's signals. Before reaching the age of 45, it's important to adopt preventive habits that help preserve good physical condition. In particular, we must take care of these 4 areas of the body. Do you know which ones they are and why they are so crucial? Join us as we uncover the answers in today's video. 1. Caring for blood vessels to support a longer life. Imagine that the blood vessels in our body function like highways, transporting blood and nutrients to the organs and tissues throughout the body. Heart and brain diseases are quite common among middle-aged and older individuals, significantly impacting overall health. Some of the most frequent conditions include hypertension, elevated blood fat levels, atherosclerosis, coronary artery disease, and strokes. Any of these conditions can be fatal if not identified and managed appropriately. To minimize related risks and dangers, it's essential to start caring for blood vessels now. Regarding diet, it is important to avoid foods high in salt, fat, and cholesterol, as these can increase the risk of hypertension and elevated blood lipid levels. Additionally, people who are dependent on alcohol or tobacco, or who have family members with these habits, should seriously consider quitting to prevent damage to the inner lining of blood vessels, which can lead to atherosclerosis and blood clots. Experts recommend following a low-salt diet, limiting daily intake to less than 6 grams. Furthermore, it is crucial to complement this diet with regular physical activity, as moderate exercise improves circulation, reduces blood fat levels, increases the flexibility of blood vessels, and helps prevent heart and brain problems. In addition to focusing on diet and physical activity, managing emotions is fundamental. Avoid situations that may trigger intense emotional reactions, which can lead to serious accidents, such as ruptured blood vessels in the brain, particularly vulnerable in older individuals. 2. Caring for the lungs, the body's defense and well-being. Have any of you experienced persistent issues like trouble sleeping, continuous anxiety, mood swings, or coughing after having COVID-19? According to a story shared by Ngam Su Doi, after recovering from the illness and undergoing a post-recovery checkup, the doctor discovered that the lungs were in poor condition, warning that the situation could become very serious without intervention. This case highlights the importance of taking care of our lungs, a vital organ we must protect not just in old age but also from a young age. Chronic respiratory conditions are also very common among middle-aged and older individuals. According to nutrition experts, in people over 40, the prevalence of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, reaches 13.7%. These lung diseases significantly affect the body, causing pain, discomfort, and disrupting daily activities. How can we care for the lungs and optimize health? Prevent exposure to risk factors, stay away from harmful agents such as air pollution, cigarette smoke, and construction dust. In highly polluted environments, wearing masks is essential. Multi-layered masks offer more effective protection. Adopt healthy habits. It's crucial to quit smoking and minimize exposure to secondhand smoke. If your job involves exposure to smoke or dust, take precautions. Drink enough water. ensure a well-humidified environment, and engage in appropriate exercises to strengthen lung health. Regular medical checkups. Make it a habit to undergo regular medical examinations to identify and prevent potential health problems in their early stages. The importance of caring for the liver. The liver plays a crucial role in longevity and overall well-being. According to the WHO, Vietnam ranks third worldwide in liver cancer rates among men, with 25,335 cases reported in 2018. Additionally, issues such as fatty liver, cirrhosis, and liver damage caused by medication are quite common. Factors affecting liver health. Poor diet, obesity and malnutrition caused by unhealthy eating habits are leading causes. Some people are overweight despite eating small amounts, while others are malnourished even with adequate food intake. This stems from the nutritional quality of the food consumed. Recommendations. Maintain a balanced diet, including nutrient-rich foods such as essential vitamins and minerals. Reduce excessive calorie and fat intake. Increase physical activity to prevent obesity and fatty liver development. Avoid irregular sleeping patterns, self-medication, and excessive alcohol consumption. Maintaining a healthy brain. In many aging populations, neurodegenerative diseases like dementia are becoming more common. In Vietnam, life expectancy reached 73.6 years in 2019. About 5% of people over 60 suffer from dementia, with prevalence increasing with age. Summary: caring for the lungs, liver, and brain not only enhances well-being but also extends lifespan. Adopting healthy and mindful habits is crucial. The chemical damage leading to the destruction of nerve cells is progressively worsening, negatively impacting the quality of life for most patients, which is generally low. Thus, prevention is better than treatment. To protect the brain, it's essential to modify daily habits. In particular, older individuals seeking to improve their quality of life should consider the following. Increase physical activity. This can effectively slow cognitive decline. Quit smoking and alcohol consumption. This is crucial for reducing the risk of diseases like Alzheimer's. Follow a balanced diet. Ensure adequate nutrition. Overweight or obese individuals can significantly reduce the risk of Alzheimer's by losing weight effectively. Additionally, it's vital to control blood sugar levels, blood pressure, and lipid levels. The earlier action is taken, the lower the likelihood of developing the disease. Caring for the kidneys. The kidneys are essential for life as they process waste, produce urine, and regulate hormones, ensuring proper metabolism. To protect them, it's fundamental to avoid holding in the urge to urinate, as this could impair bladder function, increase the likelihood of urinary infections, and in severe cases, cause urine to flow back into the kidneys, potentially damaging them. Limit excessive consumption of strong tea due to its high fluoride content. Large amounts of fluoride can accumulate in the kidneys, impairing their function. These are the 5 key organs we must pay special attention to, especially as we age. Remember, health is the most valuable treasure. To achieve it, take care of even the smallest details in your daily routine. Reflection on life. Friends, there's one undeniable truth: all humans share a common essence. Some may question this, but if we think about it simply, we'll realize that no matter who we are, we're part of humanity, this vast sea of people. In the end, we're all temporary passengers in this world, and a time will come when we'll have to say goodbye, whether we like it or not. Throughout our existence, we often chase fleeting things like houses, cars, or wealth, without pausing to reflect: what truly belongs to us? What really matters to us? Have you ever thought about this? Primero, es nuestra pareja lo más relevante. Es indudable que una pareja tiene un valor significativo, pero no es lo más crucial. Aun en un matrimonio, pueden presentarse disputas y desacuerdos, y en ciertos casos, hasta la separación. Aunque dos personas viven juntas, compartiendo tanto momentos difíciles como felices, llegará un momento en que se distancian, dejando un vacío imposible de llenar. Segundo, son los hijos lo más esencial. Aunque el vínculo sanguíneo con los hijos es fuerte y el amor entre padres y hijos es inmenso, no siempre permanecerán en nuestro lado. Cuando los padres ya no estén, los hijos solo podrán acompañarlos hasta cierto momento. Los hijos representan el legado de nuestra existencia, un apoyo emocional, pero no pueden estar junto a nosotros eternamente. Tercero, ¿qué ocurre con la casa y el coche? La casa no nos pertenece realmente. Dentro de 100 años, será de nuestros hijos, ya que la dejamos como legado. A pesar de que la habitemos y nos ofrece refugio y bienestar, cuando ya no estemos, la casa dejará de tener valor. The car doesn't fully belong to you either. Even though you drive it daily, the time will come when you can no longer use it. No matter how practical it is, a car is simply a tool that replaces walking. Eventually, it will be set aside. Now, let's address the topic of money. Does money truly belong to you? While this may sound strange, take a moment to reflect. Perhaps at some point, you acquired a considerable amount, but then you realized that no matter how much money you have, it never seems to be enough. Even if you save a lot, you didn't bring it into the world when you were born, nor can you take it with you when you leave. So, what is truly essential? Only your health belongs to you entirely. It's the one thing that accompanies you throughout your life. When you enjoy good health, your quality of life improves. Without it, you'll quickly lose your vitality. As long as we maintain our health, we can generate income, whether a lot or a little, but it will always be possible. That's why the most valuable thing in any human life is health. Dear friends, let us never forget that keeping an open mind is essential in life. Don't strive for a massive house when you already have a modest one if it means falling into such enormous debt that you can't even cover the bank's interest, living under constant stress. It's okay to have dreams and goals, but they should align with your capabilities. What's the point of sacrificing your well-being for money? When your health suffers, can money restore your life? This is why we must value our existence and enjoy every day. Don't risk your health to earn money or your life to acquire material possessions. Money will always be something we chase, and work will never truly end. Understanding our limits is wisdom, recognizing what is enough is true happiness. From now on, start investing time in caring for your well-being and strengthening your natural defenses. Don't forget to live for yourself, not just to meet others' expectations. Health is the only thing that truly belongs to us, so we must give ourselves the care we deserve. The greatest mistake in a person's life is prioritizing wealth over health. The greatest tragedy is trading life for worries. And the biggest waste is spending life solving problems we created ourselves. Not long ago, a story emerged about a renowned designer who lost his life due to extreme dedication, working late into the night. He gave everything to achieve his dream of owning his studio but passed away before reaching the goal he desired so much. Yet stories like these fail to unsettle most people. Though they may feel some sadness, they continue working until 4 or 5 in the morning, convinced they are still young, strong as a rock, and that there's no need to be careful. Often, We don't appreciate what we have while we have it, such as health and life. We can enjoy everything around us, but if, unfortunately, we lose it, everything we previously did becomes irrelevant. Reflecting on my life, I recall a time when work stress landed me in the hospital, requiring surgery and more than 2 weeks in bed. Looking back now, I realize I was lucky. After all, my body was sending me a warning, giving me a chance to correct my mistakes. Some people don't even get that opportunity. No one lives forever, and if you fear neither heaven nor earth, perhaps you haven't yet faced life's challenges. When you are about to lose everything you have, you can no longer speak with the same certainty as before. Only those who truly value life can laugh in the end. In the romance of the Three Kingdoms, it said that the world's destiny was in Sima Yi's hands because he lived a long time and faced hardships with resilience. Indeed, Sima Yi ultimately laughed because he valued his life. Cao Cao passed away, as did Chao Pai and Zhuge Liang, but Sima Yi endured and eventually took control of the kingdom that three great forces couldn't consolidate. Physical well-being is your most valuable tool. If you lose it, how will you face life's challenges? You may have heard of a 36-year-old Huawei engineer who died unexpectedly after working non-stop for 22 months. Constantly under immense pressure and depriving himself of rest, tragedy struck while he was driving. Although he was rushed to the hospital, he didn't survive. This engineer's passing leaves us with a vital lesson: no matter how high our ambitions are, the first and most essential step is to stay healthy. Without health, even the strongest will cannot carry on. From the age of 25, it is advisable to start taking care of your body with an eye toward how it will be at 35, and to maintain that same mindset as you move forward in life. This way, you can enjoy a healthy old age, or at least avoid spending too much time in hospitals. There is nothing more valuable than health. That's why it's important to treat your body well and appreciate it. Remember, wise people tend to be happy, optimistic, generous, and have a good sense of humor. Reckless people often rush, get irritated, feel anxious, and work extra hours. Healthy individuals typically walk, move, exercise, and share affectionate moments with others. And the happiest people are those who talk, laugh, and maintain close relationships with others. Well-being is the essential foundation of existence. Without it, although you may remain alive, life becomes dull, like a black and white painting lacking the energy that vibrant colors bring. How is it possible to live like that? There are many ways to stay healthy, but it all depends on whether you truly commit to implementing them. A good first step is to give up activities like spending hours on your phone, playing cards, or drinking excessively. Devote that time to learning how to care for your body through books, newspapers, TV programs, or the radio. Develop healthy habits and leave behind those that aren't. If you succeed in doing so, health will come naturally. Only by maintaining good health can you avoid the suffering of illness, provide peace of mind to your parents, ease your children's worries, and reduce the burden on society. Only by living healthily can you fully enjoy life. Health is fundamental to enjoying life to the fullest. Only when we are in good health can we truly appreciate the seasons of the year, spring, summer, autumn, and winter, as well as the wonderful landscapes that nature offers. Leading a healthy life allows us to compose the most beautiful melodies on our journey, doesn't it? Without health, everything else loses importance. Therefore, in any situation, my wish is that everyone takes care of their well-being. Having good health means having it all, as it enables you to achieve any goal or desire at some point. That's why it's crucial to value what you have, especially your health. Don't wait to face illness to regret neglecting it in pursuit of material things. Take care of your health, it is your most valuable possession. Those who know how to preserve it and adopt healthy habits will enjoy a fulfilling and happy old age. Welcome to the channel, Observing Life. Dear friends, let's begin this video with a story that will touch your hearts about life. Once, on a crowded train filled with passengers sitting very close to one another, everyone had vacant expressions. No one spoke a word, perhaps due to the accumulated fatigue of a busy life and lack of rest the previous night. All showed signs of exhaustion. Suddenly, the atmosphere in the carriage changed when a man in his 40s emerged from the restroom holding a toothbrush and, with a smile, exclaimed, "Good morning, everyone." Some people looked uncomfortable, while others remained indifferent, sarcastically asking if he was truly that happy. He replied, "Yes, I believe my daily routines are a source of satisfaction and pleasure." Hearing this, you might wonder how habits can contribute to happiness. But in reality, they do. Habits are the result of daily activities that become customary and simple parts of our lives. If we cultivate good habits, our existence will be more satisfying and joyful, especially in old age. By simply adopting the 7 habits we will discuss below, your life will become much more enriching. Do you doubt it? You can try it for yourself. Join me in discovering these habits. The first habit is simple to incorporate: laugh at least 5 times a day. This small gesture will make you feel more energetic and rejuvenated. Let me share an anecdote about a family. One day, the grandfather suffered a stroke, leading the family to hire a nurse to care for him at home. In most cases, when there is a sick member at home, the atmosphere tends to be heavy and melancholic. But this family was different. They always maintained a positive attitude and a cheerful spirit. Isn't that curious? How could they be so happy when the grandfather was sick? This was actually related to the consequences of the stroke he had suffered, which included a loss of control over his emotions. Think of someone unable to manage their feelings. They might suddenly start crying or laughing, even at insignificant things. In the grandfather's case, he often laughed at small details, which triggered a chain reaction, causing the entire family to laugh as well. Thus, despite his illness, the home was filled with joy and laughter. In China, there is a saying, "A smile is equivalent to 10 doses of medicine." This proverb suggests that a smile can be more powerful than medicine. Every time you smile, you revive both your spirit and your body, making you more resilient and healthy. There are many ways to generate smiles that benefit you, so try smiling and you will notice how your mood improves, making everything around you shine. When you smile, you emit positive energy that spreads to your surroundings, driving away any sadness. A smile has the ability to fill the heart with calmness and joy, which in turn lifts your spirits. Those who smile constantly have the gift of spreading happiness to those around them. This simple gesture becomes a show of kindness, and that happiness will blossom within you. Smiling is the simplest way to bring happiness to others. The second custom comes from within, which is more important than outward appearance. On one occasion, someone questioned what defines human character and where it originates. Do you already have your own interpretation of this question? Some people believe character is reflected in wearing elegant clothes, while others argue that it belongs only to those who have considerable wealth. Is this really true? Upon closer examination, you will notice that there are people who, even though they may not have striking features or traditional beauty, become more attractive the more you get to know them. Some say, if you are not attractive, you need to be smart; if you lack intelligence, at least be attractive, and if you have neither, you are worth nothing. Do you think this makes sense? People with a strong personality often reflect their wisdom through experience, using their reasoning to overcome difficulties and demonstrating their ability to be tolerant. To develop a strong character, it is essential to acquire wisdom and nourish your inner life every day, expanding your mind to gain a broader perspective and be able to distinguish right from wrong, facing challenges with calmness and skill. In the work, Water Margin, it is mentioned, a person with weak bones cannot withstand storms. If you lack a firm character, it will be difficult to achieve success in life. Character is the essential support of a person, and without it, there is no solid foundation. Do not fear poverty or suffering, always avoid accepting charity, and refrain from immoral actions. Remember that a person's true character does not depend on expensive clothes or brands we wear, it comes from within and from our integrity. Be honest, altruistic, and avoid taking advantage of others. Always set high standards for yourself, face challenges with determination, and strive for continuous improvement. Only with character can we earn the respect of others, and only with character can we avoid being looked down upon. Someone may look perfect on the outside, but that doesn't guarantee they truly are. The most valuable people may not be perfect, but they are certainly better than others. That is the true essence of character. The third habit is to distance yourself from those who constantly complain, as they only bring negativity and drain your energy. It is no coincidence that there is a saying, if you surround yourself with ink, you will end up getting stained, if you surround yourself with light, you will end up shining. If you spend too much time with negative and extreme people, you will eventually begin to reflect their attitudes. Your mind will become limited, and you will perceive life in a more gloomy way, feeling trapped in a dead-end cycle with a closed perspective. Instead, surrounding yourself with people who have a positive attitude and receiving joyful and optimistic influences will gradually transform you into a happier and more receptive person. Being full of energy and vitality, even in thought, is characterized by a simple and light mindset, which leads to happiness. There is a truth you can notice: those who constantly complain and feel defeated usually have a fragile will and weak resistance to adversity. These people, when facing difficulties, tend to complain and make excuses, blaming unfair circumstances for their discomfort. This behavior can easily lead to becoming lazy and weak. Therefore, if you want a full and joyful life, avoid surrounding yourself with negative and complaining people. The fourth habit is that couples take care of, support, and respect each other. Some people believe that as they get older, spouses should give each other freedom, meaning doing whatever they want, going wherever they please, living as if they were two separate individuals. But if that were the case, what would be the purpose of marriage? Recently, I had a conversation with some of my cousins, and I realized something relevant: men care a lot about their appearance. They consider women as invaluable treasures that beautify their existence. In my family, one of my cousin's wives stands out for her elegance and beauty. It's evident that this is due to the deep love her husband has for her. My cousin is very proud of his wife, and in our conversations, he always mentions her with great admiration. The other wives of my cousins also see her as a model of being appreciated and pampered by their husbands. On the other hand, some other cousins complain that their wives don't know how to dress and aren't willing to go out with them. One of them asked me, with a smile on his face, "Do you know what dress size your wife wears? What is her shoe size? What does she like to eat? What does she hate?" Everyone went silent, and only one broke the moment, laughing. "Do we, men, really know those things about women?" However, my cousin calmly replied, "If you don't know these little things about your wife, how do you consider yourself a husband or father?" What he mentioned might have made some uncomfortable, but to me, it had merit. No matter how wealthy or influential you are, nothing compares to a man who understands and values his wife. Marriage is a destiny, and it is by divine blessing that men and women become spouses. After overcoming so many adversities, sharing both happy and sad moments, love and mutual care reflect a deep respect. Living a full and meaningful marriage is what truly brings us true happiness. The fifth habit is adopting an optimistic and receptive attitude. Avoid complaining and do not shirk responsibilities. Eat when you're truly hungry, drink when you're thirsty, laugh in moments of joy, and cry when experiencing sadness. We have already gone through various difficulties in life, so now is the time to relax and focus on what brings us happiness. It's important to maintain a calm and serene mind. If something worries us, sharing it with others can be a good option. In Eastern traditions, we tend to be more reserved and find it difficult to express our feelings. However, if we haven't achieved true inner serenity, it's necessary to speak up to overcome conflicts. We should not carry grudges in our hearts. The most fundamental thing is to live and think simply and joyfully. The sixth habit is related to nutrition. It's important to follow a balanced diet that includes a portion of vegetables, a portion of beans, an egg, some meat, and whole grains. According to information from the Institute of Nutrition, 93% of people who live over 100 years follow a diverse diet. They don't limit themselves to just rice or refined flour but also include whole grains like corn and barley, which are accessible and affordable foods. Therefore, don't ignore these tips. Also, try to take a 15 to 20-minute daily sunbath, but avoid excessive exposure or the risk of heatstroke. Research has shown that older adults who don't enjoy going out and tend to stay at home have a significant deficiency in vitamin D, which affects calcium absorption and deteriorates health. So make sure to expose yourself to the sun regularly, as being outdoors can also lift your mood and help prevent depression. Additionally, exposure to the sun helps keep the mind alert and strengthens bones, helping to prevent osteoporosis. Therefore, it is important to strive to adopt and maintain these 7 habits every day. Once you get used to incorporating these practices into your life, you will discover that no goal is impossible to achieve. Difficulties arise from our perception that everything is complex. True happiness is actually quite simple. It's about being content with life or accepting reality with an optimistic and cheerful attitude. By integrating healthy habits into our daily routine, we will experience a greater sense of happiness. Dear friends, throughout our lives, we have discovered many blessings, but often we don't recognize their true meaning until, looking back, we realize that those were the most valuable experiences we lived, even though they are no longer present. Remember that money can be gradually earned, but there are things that, once lost, cannot be regained. They can only be lived and lamented. In the end, there are 10 positive aspects that people usually have. Reflect on how many you have lost and, if you still have them, don't forget to appreciate and take care of them. The first is peace. I remember that in the past, when I lived in an old house, I could sleep peacefully without needing to lock the door or worry that someone might steal something. Even though I didn't have air conditioning, the environment was cool, well ventilated, and serene. Now, in a large, luxurious, and beautiful house, all the doors, from the second floor to the entrance, are secured with locks, and the property is completely enclosed with no openings. Sometimes, even the owner cannot access their home, which has made that peace fade away. The second is warmth. In the past, in rural areas, people saw each other as part of a big family, always concerned about each other's well-being. If there was something delicious, they would share it with the neighbors. If someone faced difficulties, everyone would come together to help. However, today we live in the same building or on the same street, we cross paths daily, but we don't even know each other's names. Sometimes, even though we want to be kind, it becomes difficult because everyone prefers to lead a private and independent life, right? The third is health. In the past, children who lived in the countryside used to have fun swimming in rivers, fishing, running through meadows, and enjoying fresh fruits and vegetables they picked directly from the land. Nowadays, supermarkets offer a variety of tempting products, large fish, fruits, and vegetables that seem to be very fresh. We can get whatever we want, but even if we wash them repeatedly, we don't always feel calm eating them, fearing that they may not be completely clean. The first is safety. In the past, children used to gather near the road to play and run. With just a few tree branches or some grass by the side of the road, they could spend hours enjoying themselves, but what happens today? Society has evolved, the roads have widened, and the number of vehicles has increased, so children can no longer play or run near the road. With the slightest carelessness, danger lurks around the corner. Secondly, memories. In the past, finding the perfect place to take pictures was quite a challenge, wasn't it? In fact, throughout the entire year, the opportunity to capture an image rarely came up. Every photo was carefully stored, placed in an album or framed and placed carefully on a table or shelf. Each time it was viewed, the same feelings and memories resurfaced, as if time hadn't passed. Today, it's rare for someone to visit a photography shop, since almost everyone has cameras on their mobile phones, capturing images of everything: themselves, landscapes, food. These photos are stored on devices and, often, forgotten, tucked away in some corner of memory, losing the emotional value that a reminder once gave. Third, joy and hustle. Back then, it wasn't common for every family to have a television, so in the afternoons, neighbors would gather to enjoy it together. Some even left their meals unfinished so they wouldn't miss the program. Although the image, sometimes a little blurry on the black and white TVs, wasn't a problem. There were many people, but they didn't feel uncomfortable. On the contrary, the atmosphere was full of life and fun. Don't you notice that now? From the youngest to the oldest, we all spend the day with our mobile phones in hand, even when we're in company. Everyone is focused on their device, barely conversing with each other. Fourth, simplicity and life lessons. I remember that in the past, children's toys were limited: a few marbles, a skipping rope, some papers. Although there wasn't a lot, each of those objects could keep children entertained for hours, enjoying themselves deeply. However, it seems everything has changed now. Nowadays, no one is without a phone full of games, and children have a wide variety of toys. Although society has advanced and technology has given us more options for fun, we've lost the closeness and camaraderie with friends that we once shared. Fifth, honesty. In the past, when the grandfather married the grandmother, half a sack of rice and a pair of oxen were enough. Even during the wedding, there was barely a marriage certificate handed out, and some trays of food were offered to the guests, which was sufficient. Although there weren't many material goods associated with the marriage, they still managed to live happily together. What does happiness really mean? Nowadays, to get married, it seems essential to have a big house, a car, a considerable amount of money, otherwise, happiness feels out of reach. Do you notice that? As we progress in life, many things begin to fade, and some can never be recovered. Life is full of nuances, but only at certain moments can we appreciate its more subtle flavors. However, when we finally understand its true value, it has already slipped away forever. For this reason, it's important to value the present moment, because in an instant, everything you are experiencing may vanish. Don't wait to lose it and regret not having valued it. What do you think about this? The editorial team of this channel wants to hear more perspectives and experiences from you, so we invite you to share them by leaving a comment below this video. This video has come to an end. Take a moment to give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you can support and encourage the team behind the content to keep creating interesting and useful videos. We'll see you soon in the next videos of Reflections on Life.